comic book people of the world? It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. The first comic book I read this week was Batman Detective Comics issue 992. Batman and Harvey Dent joining forces to fight the forces of Cobra, or at least the DC version of Cobra. It's somewhat of an interesting story, although I do feel as though Detective Comics should be building up to issue number 1000 with some huge, big storyline. I mean, if you just want to pass the time and read this issue, you're not missing too much, but you'd still be entertained. Avengers issue number 10, the Avengers versus Namor and all of his sea people, super beings, and villains and stuff. There's been a lot of different sea creature beings that have existed in the Marvel Universe, and Namor has united them all under his banner. At least he's forced them under his banner. Although that's not the only teaming up we see. We get to see Russia's version of the Avengers also teaming up. And they're also fighting Namor and his people, but they're also sort of taking on the Avengers too. But to make matters worse, the Squadron Supreme also join in on this. The Squadron Supreme is somewhat like the Justice League, but in the Marvel Universe. Superman issue number 5. General Zod joins in the whole fray with Superman versus Mogul Zol. God, I can't pronounce that properly. Anyway, Zod is trying to form his own new Krypton. However, he keeps seeing visions where all of this is being destroyed. And Mogul may be responsible for this, so he joins in the whole battle against him. Kinda, sorta, but I'm sure there is much more at play here, and we're gonna see Zod's big machinations later. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 9. Spider-Man joins up with the Black Cat. Previously, the Thieves Guild has stolen a whole bunch of different tech and merchandise from different superheroes in the Marvel Universe. And Spider-Man's teaming up with the Black Cat to try to get the stuff back. She's still a thief and she's only doing this for her own means, but she's still at least helping him to an extent. And this is not going on at the same time as the Spider-Geddon storyline, which comes into my next comic book review, which happens to be Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 312. In this issue, Peter Parker is taking on Mordred, which happens to be part of the family of inheritors that suck out the life of all the Spider people in different universes. He's previously fought this character 3 different times. One of those times he was actually killed too. Miles Morales' Spider-Man shows up and lends a helping hand for a time. But this is just a tie-in to the Spider-Geddon storyline, so there is much more to come out of it. Fantastic Four issue number 3. We finally have the Fantastic Four united together. They're fighting up against a cosmic being called the Griever. Luckily though, Reed Richards had enough foresight to bring in all the Fantastic Four family. And this includes many different members that were only part of the team for a short while. Although I find it interesting that Iceman is part of this as well too, and it's even alluded to that there's a story that has not been told yet as to how he joined the team briefly. I will say they've been sorely missed, and I'm quite happy to see the characters all together again. Darth Vader issue number 23, Fortress Vader part 5. This whole storyline is how Darth Vader built his castle on the planet of Mustafar. He's receiving help from the spirit of an evil Sith Lord architect. This character's name is Mammon, and he has a completely different agenda at play. And you just know at the end of this storyline, Vader and the Sith Lord are going to duke it out. I absolutely love the Darth Vader comic book, and I love the tie-ins with everything that's going on between episodes 3 and 4. Uncanny X-Men issue number 1, Disassembled part 1, although in actuality this is really Uncanny X-Men issue number 620, but they just started the whole renumbering thing again. There is a new mutant vaccine where parents can elect to inject their kids before puberty sets in so that a mutation will not take place. The X-Men have always tackled real-world topics, and this is no different. Multiple Man Jamie Madrox is part of another storyline where he's trying to find Kitty Pryde. He appears to be somewhat insane, going so far as attacking the spearhead for this vaccine, which happens to be Senator Ashton Allen. But I'm sure that's a huge misdirect, and he knows something that the reader doesn't know yet. There may be another mutant that's behind everything, which could be the whole mastermind of this entire story. To give a little bit of a hint, the Age of Apocalypse characters, Dark Beast and the Sugar Man, are a part of this, and Apocalypse himself. I'm sure this is going to be an epic plot. I'm really happy that a lot of other characters that have not been mentioned too often in the X-Men comic books lately, like Northstar, is being shown in this. So I will be reading these comics with excitement. But anyways, that's my comic load for this week. What did you guys read? Leave comments down below and let me know. And with that, I will leave you. Thank you guys for watching me up to this point. If you haven't done yet, check out my Patreon site, patreon.com/GayComicGeek. You become one of my patrons, you get to see some extra pictures, videos, and photo shoots that I only show to patrons. Check it out when you get a chance. I totally appreciate it. And with that, I'll join you guys with another video very soon. Peace, love, and I'll stay, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. I'm in love with a hero. Okay, Marvel, that is it with the renumbering. Do not renumber for like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years. There is no need to keep on doing this. New readers are not just going to come on board with a new numbering system like this. It just confuses them, and the old readers just get really frustrated.